Hey guys and gals, so MN-6 is up next. That's this map right here. This can play a little bit of a funny way because we do have a few drones that are going to cycle through. We're going to be brute forcing this because I'm going to be using a 3-star team, all but Armia, obviously. 2 standard Vanguards, 2 standard healers. Ideally, you'll probably want a decent AoE healer, but as I said, just using 3 stars. 2 single target casters. A very sturdy, solid guard. You preferably want an AoE, sorry, not an AoE guard, an arts guard, so Moose is fine. AoE caster, not super necessary, but helpful. What else? Where was I? 2 defenders. 1 needs to be fairly good on the tanky side. You can bring an arts defender if you like for the other one. Just a sniper. Ideally, you'll be using Meteor, but I've got Cruz. Now, Cruz can't really keep up, and it can be quite hit and miss, so just bear that one in mind. And last but not least, we're just going to grab Plume just to try and sneak in a little bit of extra DP generation. So if this helps you out, guys, leave a sub because that helps me out a lot. And let's squeeze through this one, because this is where we finally start seeing some of the limitations of 3 stars. Alright, so we want to get Vanilla in first, because Vanilla is super essential for trying to tack down some of these slugs as they come around. Then we're going to put Plume in, just here. And Plume will work on some of these slugs as well. And she'll start getting us some of our deployment points. Fang in next. Same thing, line Fang up at the top here where they're going to be circling around so she gets as much damage on them as we can. We're going to need a healer to keep these guys alive. From here, we're going to fast forward a little bit. Ignore this first drone, you will hear a buzzer. Don't panic. It doesn't count towards your defense points. Ideally, if you can kill this drone, great. If you can't, well, it is what it is. Alright. Whoops, that's not what I'm after. So now I'm just waiting for my 28. That's the buzzer. Lava in. And what we're going to do is we're going to use Lava's skill on these 2 guys. And hopefully, Vanilla will walk it off. There we go. Beautiful. I would like to get 1 more skill usage out of Vanilla. I would like to. There we go. Beautiful. Pull her out. Defender over here. And Sniper here. Alright. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get this guy down as best we can. Now, remember, my Armia is a huge chunk of level. If you're a newer player, your Armia is obviously not going to have the same punch as mine just did, so just keep that in mind. Don't be too hard on yourself if that enemy does get all the way to Fang. That said, let's get these 2 guys out, and let's finish up our replacement with Melantha and Beagle. So, I just managed to get that drone. If you do, sweet. If you don't panic. As you can see, there's nothing on the field that's really going to benefit either way. So once again, we have these shielded enemies. You've just got to make do with them being shielded. Just make it work until the shield expires. If you need to use your healer skills, use your healer skills. Don't panic about it. Obviously, this is a big cluster of enemies. Let's use Lava's skill. Get rid of the little stuff. That's why we've got our AoE there. Now, we want to save Melantha's skill for towards the end, because that's where the hurt's going to come through. The same goes for Beagle's skill. So, if you have to cycle skills, keep it to your healers. So once again, we have a little drone here. Whether or not we get it is going to really... No, there it goes. Army is asleep on the job. So we have our first couple of enemies here. As you can see, Beagle's getting hammered. I'm going to cycle her skill once Hibiscus is expired. And I'm now going to use Melantha's skill. So Melantha will eat those enemies up. I'm not too fussed. Fast forward, because Armia's skill is about to activate as well. And once again, we're going to use Hibiscus' skill to keep her up. Now, at this point in time, obviously that's done. But if your Armia is not tearing them apart, feel free to just yank guys out and start replacing operators on that side. Once the left-hand side is done, you're free to go back to just focusing on those 3 large enemies on the right. And that's it, guys. Hope it helps.